Originally, the Philippines, Angola, and Djibouti had a 10-year basic education program, among other countries practicing the traditional curriculum. Long before, the Department of Education has always been in a quest to find answers to the questions of what should they teach to equip Filipinos for local needs and global standards, and how many years of school it takes to learn necessary skills and information. Authorities had addressed these queries by reforming our country's entire education landscape. The former 10-year schooling was replaced with the newly implemented K-12 program. More than the purpose of competing with the other countries, the aforesaid shift aims to give Filipino children a quality education that would shape them into becoming excellent citizens who are confident of coping with the changing world. For exemplary implementation, the K-12 program is mandated by several policy guidelines as stipulated in the Deped Order No. 21, Series of 2019. Good day, I am Rhea Joanne V. Lamcaras. Together with my groupmates, we will thoroughly discuss Deped Order No. 21, Series of 2019, entitled Policy Guidelines on the K-12 Basic Education Program. Deped Order No. 21, Series of 2019, is a legal document issued by the Department of Education on August 22, 2019. The purpose of its implementation is to give a unified understanding about the K-12 Basic Education Program. Consequently, it determines the features of the mentioned curriculum and provides a comprehensive framework to enrich the enactment of components, activities, and projects under it. So the addressee of the said order is the concerned constituents of Deped.
Objectives. This policy aims to 1. Exemplify the K-12 curriculum in accordance to each K stages as well as the learner's qualifications, instruction, and assessment. As indicated, the learners from kindergarten must be at least 5 years of age, which shall undergo a 1-year preparatory schooling before entering grade 1. Moreover, elementary education comprises 6 years split into 2 stages. The first 3 years spent on grade 1 to 3 is referred as the K-Stage 1. Meanwhile, the continuing years pertaining to the K-Stage 2. Specifically, ages 6 to 12 are confined as eligible to enroll to said stage. On the other hand, secondary education has 2 levels considered as junior and senior high school. The former stage composes grades 7 to 10, latter consist grades 11 to 12. Particularly, ages 12 to 17, although varying cases beyond 18 years old, with factors affecting their completion. 2. Establish the components needed to guarantee an effective implementation of the curriculum. With that being said, this policy ensures K-12 program in producing a decisive effect such as competent learners. 3. Demonstrate the framework to be utilized for monitoring and evaluation. 4. Set frameworks for the various dimensions of the curriculum. And lastly, 5. Guide offices and schools in efficiently organizing and managing the execution of the aforesaid program. Scope. This policy guides the central, regional, and school division offices as well as schools in sufficiently organizing and managing the implementation of the K-12 basic education program. It aids solidified basis for developing programs, policies, and issuances in relation to the fulfillment of the mentioned curriculum. Ultimately, this benefits stakeholders such as partner schools, non-governmental organizations, parents, and advocates.
Policy Statement. As prescribed by the Republic Act No. 10,533, Deped shall adhere to the following principles in pursuit of the K-12 basic education program. Number 1. The curriculum shall be learner-centered, inclusive, developmentally relevant, and appropriate. Learner-centered approach prioritizes the individual needs and interests of each student in the teaching-learning process. Number 2. The curriculum shall be relevant, responsive, and research-based. It is anchored on learning theories, principles, sound research, and studies in teaching and learning dynamics. Number 3. The curriculum shall be culturally sensitive. This implies that instructions are meant to respect the distinct cultural identities and differences of each student. Number 4. The curriculum shall be contextualized and global. A responsive and relevant curriculum offers the students a quality, personal, biogeographical, and socio-cultural setting. It considers the demands of the national and global community. Number 5. The curriculum shall be used pedagogical approaches that are constructivist, inquiry-based, reflective, collaborative, differentiated, and integrative. Number 6. The curriculum shall adhere to the principles and framework of mother tongue-based multilingual education in the early grades. This explains why current elementary students are now taking up subjects related to their mother tongue. Number 7. The curriculum shall use spiral progression approach to ensure mastery of knowledge and skills after each level. This pedagogical feature follows the idea that concepts are introduced at an early age and deepened in the succeeding years. Number 8. The curriculum shall be flexible to enable schools to localize, indigenize, and enhance it based on their respective educational and social contexts. The productions of locally produced teaching materials are encouraged and are subjected towards approval.
The K-12 Conceptual Framework. The conceptual framework provided by Deped Order No. 21 Series of 2019 has the objective of molding a holistically developed Filipino with 21st century skills. The attainment of this aim is founded in the recognition of the nature, context, and needs of learners. In addition, K-12 graduates will have preparation in various aspects so they can determine their own purposes for learning and thought of current needs of their respective community. Hence, the said framework is grounded on the different philosophical and legal bases such as RA 1053-3 or the Enhanced Basic Education Act. Furthermore, the 1987 Philippine Constitution, BP 232 Education Act of 1982, RA 9155 or Philippine Governance Act, and among others. Articulating that the learner has a body, spirit, intellect, free will, emotion, multiple intelligence, and learning styles. He is a constructor of knowledge and active maker of meaning, not a passive recipient of information. His needs are life skills, self-actualization, and preparation for the world of work, entrepreneurship, and higher education. Without, it stipulates the needs of the national and global community such as poverty reduction and ensuring environmental sustainability. To further discuss the aforementioned framework in becoming a whole person, a K-12 graduate is equipped with the following 21st century skills. First, information, media, and technology skills. Second, learning and innovation skills. Third, communication skills. And lastly, life and career skills. These skills are imbued in the curriculum and developed through the learning competences and performance standards.
In formal education, learning areas are taught using interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary approach. Science is taught in relation to math. The content in science, health, and art become reading materials in English. What is taught in science is reinforced by the lessons in health. Emerging issues may be integrated in the curriculum because it is possible to incorporate them in different lessons. Now, learning is collaborative and contextualized. Co-curricular activities and community involvement complements teaching and learning process. When learning is designed this way, there will be many opportunities to connect with classmates, teachers, peers, family, and community. Let's proceed to the features of the K-12 curriculum. Along with the conceptual framework, features of the curricular are also indicated in the Deped order. First, the learner is the center of the teaching-learning process. Second, it uses the spiral progression approach to ensure mastery of knowledge and skills. And also information and communication technology competence have been integrated into the curriculum. And lastly, it has support system to ensure the actualization of the program. A strong support system is a vital part of the K-12. The components which make up the curriculum support system are the teachers, materials, facilities, and equipment, ICT environment, assessment, school leadership and management, schools divisions, technical assistance, as well as community industry relevance and partnerships.
Now that you have known what Deped Order number 21, series of 2019 is all about, its objectives, scope, policy statement, as well as the K-12 conceptual framework and the features of the said curriculum, we hope you would bear these in mind as you walk through your teacher education journey. As future educators, we shall remember that K-12 is considered as one of the most significant educational reforms in our country. Therefore, there is a need for us to be knowledgeable about the said Deped order so that we may exceptionally take part in changing the Philippine education for the better.